Did you have something you want to tell me? Because the energy.
Was the proper spot on for everybody?
You would not read the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Brit, calm down. That big ass mouth, I should be able to read the words. Yeah.
It sounds like you need to use that mouth more often.
Okay. Ooh, I do. Not as much as yours with the stretch marks around it.
I don't have the
You got mouths on your mouth.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Talk That Talk, Reality with Realness. I'm your host, Chase.
And I'm your host, Kelly Kells.
And y'all already know we are here running down the Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight, episode number 9. Friend, let's go ahead and start with our clip of the week. And we're going to start out with the Bailey Q. Friend, was the Bailey Q giving what it was supposed to give?
I mean, it was cute for what it was. You know, it would have probably been a little better had we not already seen it on social media.
Well, the good thing about the night, the nachos were good.
I'm kind of tired of production giving us the
Yeah.
moment. Like, they keep giving us the sauce on social media prior to the episode. And then when the episode come on, the only part you really want to see is the last 15 minutes.
Friend, you took the words right out of my mouth. Why in the world would they show us the biggest moment this week last week, as if they had something to top that big moment from last week?
Exactly. It only makes sense if you got something to follow up, follow that up with that's better. You know what I'm saying?
So disappointed. I was so disappointed. So I was like, okay, what else we gonna get from this show? So, normally I'm on my soapbox, and last week I gave my pass because last week was all right. But this week, child, I don't know what production thinking about over there. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Just trying to keep the people in tuned in, I guess. But aside from production, this Bailey Q.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting from the top, I'm going to give Brit her props because Mama stepped out of that car looking bad in her dress.
Silas.
Now this you're on point with it.
I got to give it to her. She ate. She ate.
Uh-huh.
But my overall question after watching that is like, why are the girls like mean girls towards Angela? Like, you notice that? It's like
clearly
everybody got these little snippy little side comments and whispers underneath their breath.
Yeah, because why was Kelly sidebarring about
everything?
What you say about that baby? What about that baby?
You know, like a damn country bumpkin.
Like, come on now, Kelly. But friend, that just goes to show what Nene said. I must be the one.
Well, Miss Leaks is the one. It's the only one that everybody want to fire at, right? I got to be the one. I got to get all y'all in an uproar. I am that bitch.
I'm good.
I'm that bitch.
Because everybody want to fire off at me, so I must be the one. And this goes to show you that Angela this is her season.
Yeah,
it's her
the
season.
staple.
And so they gonna need Phaedra to come in and work with Angela. So yeah, all the girls at it, even with the little side sit downs with Shamea and Porsha. I was like, okay, Angela. Okay. and so go ahead, friend.
Oh, you have brought up Phaedra, and I had the screw face because I don't see her really bringing anything. But go ahead.
Number lies, child, like she always do. And I here's the thing. I was all over Phaedra until her debut on Married to Medicine. I don't know what she was doing over there. And I know this ain't a Married to Medicine show we talking about, but ever since she got over there, I was like, oh no, Phaedra. You ain't even the same. You don't even get the same kind of shade no more.
It ain't the same.
And it's really ridiculous. So, friend, at the Bailey Q, why was Drew there? And know that's my girl.
Yeah, Drew's energy is very low this season. Like she's definitely going through something. Like, and it's not even entertaining to watch. It's kind of like you just want her to just go off the show and deal with your stuff, and come back when you're in a better place.
You are a hot mess.
But it's a low energy, and it's like she's there, but she's barely there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gave like, child, let me just show up because I don't want to get fined.
No, you look find your ass.
Find your ass. That's
She's trying to get those checks, but she ain't really giving anything. But
I did not understand. I was like, now why is Drew here?
What you thought about them having this prophet at this Bailey Q?
Child, who?
That's what they said. She was a prophet, right?
Child, a prophet lie.
Go ahead, Nene. Hit me one more time with it. Go
They just want to pause on yes.
And I mean, they say that. I didn't feel she wasn't philosophical to me. She wasn't giving. I don't know. Maybe she like a new age prophet child. You know, I come drink my champagne and tell you girls, you know.
The way they were swallowing shots with their mouths in front of her, I'm like, this ain't the kind of prophet I grew up knowing about in church. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which, you know, so I don't knock it, but again, it could be the edit. I don't know, but it just didn't give to me like. It almost gave that same moment when the girls went to Africa that year and they was with the girl that had the little hair wrap on was reading everybody. Yeah, I didn't really follow the whole prophet thing, and I feel like what she was saying again, it could be the edit. What she was saying, I think, was just surface level stuff. Like, girl, okay, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out like that's what a person can be dealing with. But yeah.
Speaking of Africa, Shamea certainly took the girls back to Africa, didn't she?
Baby, Shamea said dashiki me, okay? Fred, did you have a dashiki outfit as a kid growing up?
Never.
Oh, baby, my mom used to dress us down, but we had a whole little dashiki situation. You hear me? Head to toe.
So you got your little Shamea piece in the closet yourself.
Head to toe. I had in the 90s. in the 90s, child, not today. Oh, okay, in the 99s. Listen, I don't know what Shamea again. And you know, child, they was coming at, well, not everybody, because most people agree with us about Shamea's attire. And I was like, child, even Shamea says she's not the best dressed. Child, and she just keep proving it week after week that she's a Giselle. She's a Giselle 2.0. Yeah. She just can't dress.
Thank God Giselle is a good looking woman, because goddamn, she can't dress at all. I'm ashamed to be seen with her sometimes, to be honest. I don't know what she's gonna wear.
I gotta hear they talking about Giselle's clothes.
You have an exception or a time.
Pretty girl. Really pretty. She just can't dress.
Just can't dress. And ain't got no storyline. Also, this prophet.
Okay.
Did you catch how she told Angela, like, basically in so many words that, like, they need to find the fire in their relationship or the spark, like, in their, like, romance department? And I'm like, that's interesting.
But also, too, to me, and maybe it's just because I'm biased, because I'm clearly I'm a Fangela at this point.
Angela.
But that's why I said, to me, it gave that she had already been pillow talking with some of the girls with some of the stuff she was saying. Because some of the stuff, like, she was alluding to, like, issues in the marriage, and that's why everybody else was using it as their ammo. So it just didn't give me prophet vibe. So I would have took, if I was Angela, I would take that as a grain of salt. Like, okay, girl.
Yeah, every
married person. Yeah, anybody been in a relationship more than 2 years know that you're gonna always have to recreate that kind of stuff. Because I mean, being with the same person at the same time, I mean, it's just how it is. But yeah, now let's talk about Angela's and Porsha sit down. Now, I will say that Cynthia is really, she in her auntie bag, baby. She playing the auntie role very well.
Yes, she is.
Cynthia, you bald head, scallywag.
When I tell she rallying up.
She doing production work. That's what she's doing.
Yes, baby. She is playing her auntie role well and said, all right, y'all, I'm going to take y'all over here so y'all can go and have this little sidebar so we can move on. Now, Porsha is like a teenager who did not do their homework the night before. And when you ask them about the next day, they tell you everything around the issue but the truth. That's exactly what Porsha did with this situation with Charles. Now, through the whole episode, friends, she done said, I didn't say it, or maybe I did say it, or I shouldn't have said it. But no, I should have said it because I was kikiing with my girls. Girl, tell the truth.
Pick a side.
Tell
like,
the truth.
Either you're going to be truthful about it, or you gonna tell the lie and run with it.
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
But she's like all over the place with it. And it's like,
listen,
girl, she's really not doing herself any favors. And
none.
People want to cap for her and say like, she's getting a bad edit or whatever the case may be.
Right.
No, you're just getting the true Porsha is how I feel about it.
Right. Because at the end of the day, like what she's saying is what she's saying.
Right.
Like you can decipher all the in between, but she clearly said that she said it, but she's trying to soften the blow because she know it's not a good look for her. Which she can just come from the jump if she was a grown woman. And child, everybody say they don't like why men come in on women, child. We be reading y'all comments.
Let me explain something to you, bitch.
But anyway, what I would have done, I would have said, you know what, Angela? I said it, and you know what? When I was saying it, we had already been sparring the night before, and really, I was drunk. I was kikiing. It was so out of line and so out of pocket. I apologize. I should have never said it. Like, don't try to insult somebody's intelligence as if they didn't hear what you said.
Right. I mean, she lied about it last episode when she said, I didn't say anything, And then now this episode, it's like, I should be able to say it because I was just having fun.
Right.
But then it's like, you weren't supposed to hear that. Why? Because she was supposed to be asleep. Like, you wasn't supposed to be talking shit.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why you went running up them stairs when she went and confronted you.
Exactly. She got on down. You hear me?
Right.
Now, friend. Now, with Shamea, I love you, girl. I really do. But you didn't even need a part in that moment. No, Shamea did not need that moment. That text message she should have known why Angela sent that text message. Girl, you needed a moment that bad.
But you know what? I can understand why Shamea didn't get it because she's so all about Porsha. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't even see in the moment that like, no, your friend was wrong for what she said. And, you're a married woman, so you shouldn't agree with what she's saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Friend, the street's saying that she the one who hooked Porsha up with a married man, allegedly.
Ooh. No way. Now, I ain't hear that one.
That's what the streets saying now, and I ain't the streets now. I'm just saying what the people say.
Look, not Shamea.
So maybe that's why she could kiki about it. But I did like how Angela called her out and said, "Look, you're married just like I am, so I would expect you to be like, all right, now that's a little bit too far." But again, just like you said, she's so tied up in Porsha that she gonna overlook what Porsha do because again, she said, I kiki. They dressed my uncle up like a preacher, and he never came to a church before.
What?
Girl, what does it have to do with the price?
That was so weak. And Angela was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this conversation." Like, girl, bye.
Angela said,
Angela do not see these girls
at all. When I tell you, she moved through and she know exactly how long to go in the conversation, when to zip it off and be like, okay, whatever. Now, but Angela, and of course, with the moment with her and Brit,
Benadryl Brit.
Child, that we saw feel like 3 years ago, much as we didn't saw it play on the airways. But even in that moment, like she was eating Brit up left and right, and you could tell Brit wasn't catching what she was saying. That's how bad she was reading Brit, because Brit talking about show me. She like, no, girl, you got to think about this. Read what I'm talking about.
Right.
So you got to stretch more.
Right, like let's take this back to the salon.
Yeah,
I've seen you in action on the poster.
What she said?
That mouth is getting to work.
Yeah, she said, "Brit, you're a whore.
You're a whore." And that's some old school shade for your ass. Everybody want to call everybody a hoe left and right. She said you are a whore.
You're a whore, baby.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different.
That means you are a prostitute. Like,
yes, baby.
That cut different.
That cut.
And Brit ain't even catch all of that.
Baby went right over her head. But again, Bailey Q was cute. The scene was cute. I love Cynthia's house. Cynthia has the best house. It's just so serene to me on the lake. I just love her house. She had the chef there, child. They all brought child. Was it a staff appreciation event? Because I saw everybody brought their staff with them.
Everybody want to have an entourage to look important.
PR and everything. I said, okay, baby, it's a staff appreciation.
Look, y'all need to leave everybody else outside. I mean, it's so many people in Cynthia's little space. I'm like, my goodness.
It was packed.
No wonder Angela was sweating. Shit.
Okay, she had a manual fan this time, baby.
Had a plate.
All right, friend, you ready to go to let's talk about what went down this week? Let's break down the episode. So the beginning started with Cynthia, Shamea, and Kelly pretty much running down with all that went on. I guess they was catching Cynthia up on what happened. I don't know if Cynthia left or something, or Cynthia went to bed.
She
Cynthia was
went to
being an
bed.
auntie and went to bed. Okay.
She went to bed.
And then they went to Kelly's puppy party. Free, you got something to say about it?
I don't want to talk about Kelly's dog party because that shit is just ridiculous. And that dog looked like a rock monster.
Bart, how you doing?
I don't understand what is going on with this little dog.
Baby. She love that little dog. You hear me?
God bless her.
Ooh, a lot going on.
But the recap of Nashville where everybody's trying to kind of like catch up Cynthia. Porsha, of course, lying per usual. What pissed me off was Cynthia kind of just letting it roll off her shoulder, like what happened and what Porsha said. Like, where's the accountability? Ain't you the accountability police? You damn sure had a lot to say to Kenya when she fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But where was that smoke for Porsha when she's talking about, you know, screwing a married man? And it's just like, oh, child. And then it's like, well, what? Excuse me?
It is, again, it's that selective outrage, child, that we talked about a few weeks ago. That people pick and choose who they want to be mad at, who they want to hold to the fire. And it's really unbecoming of Cynthia that now, if you're going to be in the auntie role, girl, play the auntie role and be like,
fair.
No, ma'am, we're not going to do that. Because now you didn't already, because you got a big issue with Drew filming with Dennis. And Dennis ain't even married to Porsha. Do you hear me? Now, why you don't have an issue with what this girl said about this man husband, whether it's a Kiki or what? But girl, y'all don't even have that kind of relationship to Kiki. And friend, I was so glad, you know, you had asked me about that scene at the vault dinner. And you was asking me some about what did Porsha say. And I had forgot all about Porsha asking Angela, like, oh, have y'all had threesomes? Because I heard he's spicy.
My husband was spicy.
He can be.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard something about Charles. Really? Wait a minute. Porsha, you got some tea?
Let's talk about it.
No, we'll wait.
No. What did you hear about my husband?
That's all right. Who's got the next question?
Like, girl, you already saying this different kind of stuff, and then you're going to add that into the fire. Like, it's just not a good look, Porsha.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
I damn sure ain't forget. I'm on that ass.
Okay, friend said, go rewind that. Go rewind the tape real quick.
Roll your tapes back.
What did I say?
Roll your tapes
What did I say?
Roll them back.
What did I say?
Roll them back.
What did I say?
Roll them back.
Because I believe she started that. Because, you know, the Porsha fans want to come out and cap for her. But it's like, y'all forgot about the bank dinner and how Porsha was the first one to bring up Charles, like from jump. So why she keep this lady husband name in her mouth? It's getting weird.
Because now, bitch, I know you people husband. Wow. I know you do it as a sport. And now you're going to bring my husband in it?
Child, that's her ammo to get to, baby. She said, let me go for the man, honey.
But yeah, Cynthia should have took Porsha to bed with her when she went to bed early that night. She said nothing was open but legs that time of night. And Porsha's was definitely open for Charles.
Baby, Porsha said, baby, I should fuck her husband. And what Faith say? Baby, fuck the family. Family, fuck my husband. Okay, friend, let's move on. Porsha was having a sit down with her mother and her sister. And again, Porsha explaining the situation with Angela again, just talking all around the point instead of saying what she actually like. I may have said something, but you know, I'll just like ingest with like, no, girl, you want to ingest nothing. Like, don't downplay it. Quit downplaying it, child.
Every time I see Dennis pop up on screen, I'm like, here we go again. Porsha literally has nothing. She has nothing. When she's sitting in confessional, it's about co-parenting this and co-parenting that. Like, let's keep it 100. If Simon wasn't, you know, deported and you was kicked out of the house and y'all going through a divorce, we wouldn't heard a damn thing about how she want to be such in a good relationship with Dennis, the co-parent. We wouldn't even seen Dennis. So it's like, you are reaching at this point and the viewers can see it and it's coming off as inauthentic.
Right. And friend, is it me? But I feel like Porsha really lights up around Dennis. it's given that Porsha still really loves him. Really, she's still into him. Again, from my point of view, like she really lights up around Dennis.
I don't know. From my point of view, she just lights up around any man.
Oh.
From my point of view.
Friend, you don't think Porsha still got feelings for Dennis?
No.
I do. Because why does she care so much?
I think she cares about him because, that's her baby's father. But I don't know about love or anything like that. Because if it was that, then they could just make it work, right? But Porsha's on the hunt for the next bag and the next mansion.
That's true, child. Well, let's go on, move on then. So the next scene, friend, we get to Angela and Charles, and they're having their gym session. Friend, I like Charles. And what I love about Charles gonna tell the truth. He don't care about because it's Angela. He straight up told when she told me to kiss her ass. He said, okay, well, you shouldn't have said what you said because how do you know she stole that man's husband? So yeah, you shouldn't have said that. And I love that. I love when you have a person to bounce out of that's just not gonna hold you up. In your mess when you shouldn't have really done that. So I enjoy Charles. I enjoy him having that kind of relationship where he tell Angela the truth, be like, okay, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. That ain't none of your business to say that.
Well, I might be on the other side of the spectrum because, bitch, I like a partner that's gonna ride for me. Like, I'm gonna tell you the story, and I want you to be on my side. Like, at least let me get the full story out before you start capping for the next person.
I don't know. See, friend, I don't see it as capping. I see it as him it's just holding her integrity to the fire. That's how I looked at it. Now, of course, we say that, we want it to be a certain way on camera because obviously the world is going to see it. But I think it's also beneficial for couples to see, like, okay, we can disagree and still get along. And I can also tell you, like, you know what? You shouldn't ask her about that, about her, what she doing to us, because you see, you're going to be mad when they say something about me. So, like, don't go over there saying that to them, and then when they say it about me, then you come over here, you ready to fight their ass. But he did say he wanted a front row seat.
Yeah, Charles is with the shits. He's made for TV for sure. And he said, show them the West Side Chicago. So he's literally amping her up to, like, go in on these girls, and she's gonna do it. She's that girl.
Yeah, I appreciate that of Charles. I like Charles a lot. Again, we call him Peter 2.0, but 2.0. He got a little more, to me, he a little more reserved than Peter was, because baby, Peter was ready to be in front of the camera like this.
Patricia.
Are you Peter or are you Patricia? Because we need to figure this out.
Patricia.
You hear me?
You stop trying to be a damn bitch.
You stop trying to be a damn bitch.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I live for Charles, friend. I live for it. Now, child, they went back to Porsha and Dennis, and we ain't really got to talk about them no more. Now, friend, let's go to Brit. Brit had a scene with her mother, sister, and her grandmother as they was packing up the mother's home. Friend, what you get from that scene?
I'm gonna say what everybody's thinking. Is Brit adopted? Is Brit got a different daddy? And it's no shade, right? But everybody's thinking it. It's just, it don't add up. When I see, I'll be like, that's her mama? That's her sister? That's her other sister?
Friend.
What's going on?
What is going on?
When I tell you, I watched the show with my friends, and somebody asked the same question, do they got different daddies? And then the other one said, well, it could be the surgery. I said, you may have a point.
I mean, that would be one hell of a surgery.
The girls, though, all those girls, her sisters look like her mother.
They all
I
do.
said, well, maybe she took after the daddy because she looks very different from them. She does.
Or she might have a different daddy. I don't know. But the only thing I really took away from that, aside from that, was them girls need some therapy. Because that sister went from 0 to 100 on that FaceTime call.
Quick.
Like, it was like within a drop of a dime, she was like in tears and enraged. But Brit got that same vibe about her too, though. Like she pops off quick. So like all of y'all need therapy, mom included.
Listen, Iyanla said the fish stank from the head.
Oh.
And Miss E, you remember she was on with the brag? She said, baby, the fish stink from the head. And Miss E said, well, baby, I don't stink. Okay. But yeah, you can see, I was going to say, like, you could see it with the mom. Like, the mom just, she sparred with him too. So yeah, you can clearly see where Brit gets that, in my opinion, like she constantly needs the attention of other women, in a sense to validate her, to propel her, and you can see why she feel like that, because you can see like her dynamic with the women in her life is not given very cohesive, and I think that's very obvious from what she has shared so far on the show. But baby, leave it to Granny. Granny said, I'm sick of the shit. She said, that's why y'all need to stop all that damn fussing.
Keep Granny around, because you know she don't care about no camera. She just gonna say what it is.
Listen, Granny said, y'all need to stop all that fussing. But yeah, how that sister just, child, she had a Shamea moment, then she just crying out of nowhere like she, child, I'm gonna say it like she crazy. Let me not call nobody crazy, because I don't know if nobody crazy, child. But yeah, that scene to me was a cute scene to see her with them. But again, you can see the family dynamic of how Brit is how she is and how she moves the way she moves. It just all makes sense to me.
It just, her scene with her family though also kind of just felt forced. It's almost like you can kind of tell that she don't really be around them like that.
She have no
and she's
relationship.
trying to be like authentic and like warm, and it's just not coming off that way really at all.
And I honestly would appreciate it more if she just showed the relationship how it is. Because then once you see it how it is played back to you on screen, I think there would be a really big wake-up call for them to be like, okay, we got to get this shit together. And again, that helps her build her storyline for next season to start doing the work with him. But trying to come on like, she's saying that they don't have a good relationship, but on the camera, you're trying to show something different. No, show us the truth. Like, show
What
us
it
the
really
real
is.
that, you know, like y'all don't really get along, and then build from there to hopefully get into a better place. But yeah, baby, that whole family, baby, God bless them. They need daddy. They definitely need daddy here.
Brit just all over the place.
Okay, and the mama said, I dare he leave me. The man died, baby.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Girl,
and why she selling that house?
Baby, they said she ready to be a hoe.
A hoe, yeah. That.
Now, who said that about their mom?
A hoe?
Why would you say that about your mama? Again, just proves that they do not have any kind of relationship, because I just would not say that, not to my mama.
That proves that's truly Brit's mom.
Because I don't know whether she's a hoe or not, but she done been around the block. You been around the block. I don't know how many times, but you been around it.
And on that note, friend,
we're gonna leave
let's go ahead and move to our 2 takes in 2 minutes, child.
Okay.
I think I'll go first. Is it me first this week or you? Is it me or you?
You went first last week.
Okay. Child, let me get my clock up.
Okay.
So we ain't got no problems had me going down 3 damn minutes last week.
I laugh every time I watch that. It's too funny.
All right, you ready, friend?
I'm ready.
Starting now.
Okay, friends, did y'all catch Phaedra's commercial, the Cheez-It commercial in between the episode? Man, that shit is so cheesy, no pun intended. It's salty and the acting is stale.
Sweet baby Cheez-It snapped, help me.
Now, she does look good, I will give her that. However, they could have kept that little commercial. Secondly, they've also added her into the lineup of the women holding the peaches in their red dresses, and she dressed like the Scarlet Witch. That dress all wrapped around her head and shit. Like, they could have left her out of that. How dare they put her in there and not put Kenya in there? And she only gonna pop up in the last couple of episodes, and y'all already throwing her in the mix. Like, she is not the savior of this show, and I can't wait for her to actually show up and be that disappointment. so we can say, "I told you so."
Ooh, friend, it's time, baby. Okay, friend ain't here for Phaedra.
No,
Friend, you ain't here for Phaedra. Let me say,
like you. I'm like you. After the Married to Medicine, I'm like, you ain't got it no more. Like you lost me there. Like you were supposed to come on that show and save it. So what are you gonna do for these girls?
No, that's why. Yeah, that's why I
Besides
have
lie.
I have no hope that she's going to come and save the show just because of what she did for Married to Medicine.
We don't need other liars on the show. We already got a liar on the show.
Child,
hey Drew.
But I will say, money well spent. The surgery looks great.
I think she's pulled together.
It looks great. She looks good.
She left the Southern Belle aesthetic alone and
okay,
switched over to
Okay, friend, you ain't lying. All right, y'all.
All right, let me get my timer up.
Please watch the time.
I'm watching the time this week. You ready?
I'm ready, friend.
All right, starting now.
All right, so on my take this week, Chat Production lean in. Don't make me call Carlos.
Ooh.
Carlos, they need you, friend. Baby, I don't know what y'all got going on production and why like y'all always ending up on my take every week. Because y'all over there footing around with this show. Now, why would you show us the biggest moment last week as if you was going to show us something way bigger this week? It's giving somebody don't know how to write, somebody don't know how to produce. I don't know. And listen, I ain't no producer, but baby, I know that I'm not going to give you my biggest moment the week before and not give you nothing the actual show. Porsha, girl, hopefully when Frack come in to your frick, maybe you start giving us something good, but this whole ordeal you got going on with Angela and quite frankly, the ordeal you got with girl, what's that girl name?
Drew.
Girl is tired.
Real tired.
And I'm tired, girl. You should just stay off the show. All right, friend, let's go to our social media roundup and let's see what our friends got to say.
Okay, so Shayla Renee on TikTok said, and this is in regards to Porsha, she said, someone says she's creating an issue with Angela because the Drew thing is dying out and she needs another storyline. Kimmy Kim 18 said, I was so happy for Porsha to return, but at this point, I'm ready for her to go. She has an ugly, mean spirit right now, and where is the storyline? In the words of Nene, close your legs to marry men.
Close your legs to marry men.
Nene,
Night,
you know what the funny part
close
of the story
your legs
is? The
to
funny part of
marry
the story.
men.
The
Close
only
your
thing you can
legs to
say is
marry
that.
men.
Close your legs to marry.
I Am Lady Chris said, Porsha started setting the stage for disrespect on episode 4 at the bank. Telling a stranger that you know something about her husband is rude. She should have been popped for that.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't I say that? Them was fighting words? Okay.
Sure did.
I'm with you, Lady Chris. And Marcus said, bring Nene back because I think her and Angela would shake the table on these girls.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Baby, that would be a beautiful lineup.
I Don't Speak Dog Hole said this in regards to Shamea. It's the hair. Shamea's hairstyles age her. Her fashion was giving at Angela's dinner, but her hair was giving missionary Hattie Mae Dixon.
And we've won another battle.
They said it, not me, child.
Hattie Mae Dixon.
Hattie Mae Dixon.
Okay. Friend, we said that towards the beginning of the season, and the girls was mad at us for talking about Shamea hair. We was like, no, the hair is not giving. It's not giving. But she gonna bring Shamea gonna next season, because I really feel like she gonna be back. She should be back. I think Shamea is a good addition to the show. She'll get it together next season, friend.
I'm starting to second guess that. It's getting a little dry.
Okay.
It's getting a little dry.
What Nene tell Sheree? You need a little help with yours.
Yeah. I don't want to see that surrogacy office no more.
Baby, okay.
If you want, she could have went on to the Lifetime Network and did a show about that.
Baby, she finna have that baby.
We want some shade, some tea, some drama. We okay with the you know, the real and the things going on in your life, but not every week.
Friend, it's giving a lot. But friend, all in all, child, I'm so upset. Production gave us a really good episode last week, only to get us hyped up for this week. Just really to disappoint. Like it really it was just a disappointment, child.
Yeah, it was very mid.
Yeah, come on, mid. Well, y'all, that's it. That's the show, friend. We appreciate y'all for watching, for locking in. Y'all be so live in the comments,
Yes,
and we love it. We make sure we take the time to interact with y'all. So make sure y'all talk to us in the comments. Now, y'all be shady. We're going to be shady right back with y'all. But if y'all want to have a good time, like, we're here for a good time. Look, we're here to dance, and that's
it. Okay.
Until next time, y'all. We'll holla.
Peace.